Hello there everybody, and welcome to this feature presentation on YouTube. I am King Mac, your hamburger pal. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to enjoy a hot fresh cheeseburger along with some delicious golden french fries, a tasty milkshake, and a nice soft drink. Also be sure to grab some hot buttery popcorn while you're at it as you enjoy this episode of TTBurger Game Reviews on YouTube.
Hello everybody! Welcome back to TTBurger Game Reviews. I am your host, Tony, bringing you more game reviews of PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4. And today we are inching closer to that 300th episode, as we are on episode 286 of my game reviews here, with the 286 part 1 of 2 parts here. And today we're looking at an action Japanese role-playing game franchise with some combat in it here, spin-off to the Drakengard franchise. Those of you who saw my reviews or after I reviewed the 200th episode and stuff, a couple years ago I reviewed Drakengard 3 and I gave it a good score, and you pretty much did not need to play the other two Drakengard games to throw what's going on there, and you know, it was cool to play as the protagonist Zero. And I know I mentioned that there was a franchise that was a spin-off to the Drakengard franchise. I said I wasn't going to review, and I apologize for what I said there. I guess I was a little biased there, and didn't really give this spin-off franchise a chance here. And I do apologize for what I said, and if I upset anybody, I apologize there. Because today we're going to talk about the NieR franchise. Now, how did NieR start? It started with Drakengard, and we were going to make NieR as like the third Drakengard game, but they decided to like take a new direction as a spin-off there. And how did it all start? Well, it started with NieR Replicant for the PlayStation 3 in Japan, and then later NieR Gestalt for the Xbox 360 also in Japan. In the West though, all we got was NieR Gestalt for the both consoles. The difference between Replicant on the PlayStation 3 and Gestalt on the Xbox 360 is Replicant, the first main version, the main hero is a brother, while in Gestalt, the main hero is a father, but I'll explain more when we get to that game. We're just going to be broken up into 2 parts here. Part 1 will be NieR Automata, and Part 2 will be NieR Replicant version 1.22474487139, which is basically a remastered version of the Japanese version for both for the PlayStation 4. Now, I also want to mention NieR Automata had an anime. I haven't seen all the episodes yet, so I can't really say what I have it, but I heard it's like the storytelling is different and not as good as the game. But hey, if you like anime, then guess I just check it out. Then, as we're gonna get started here, let's check out NieR Automata. Game of the Year edition we have here for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, Nintendo Switch. Released first March 7th for PlayStation 4. Then March 17th for the PC, then June 26, 2018 for the Xbox One, and October 6, 2022 for the Nintendo Switch. Get the PlayStation 2 version here, and let's get started. NieR Automata is one of my favorite all-time favorite games of 2017. I did not play the game until almost 2 years ago when I started to give the NieR games a chance, and I wish I would have known about this game back in 2017 for my best games of the year list, because it would have been on there, but we all make mistakes. NieR Automata has a great story, great graphics, great memorable characters, one so memorable that it became one of my favorite video game characters of all time, named 2B, who I consider the main protagonist of the game. The game is amazing. Sure, it's not perfect, but still an amazing game, and I wish I knew about this game when I made my best games list of 2017, but at least we have this here to make up with the review. The story of NieR Automata takes place in the future of the year 11,245. Way past our time. And honestly, the story is hard to explain because it has multiple stories in one, so explaining is going to be hard, but I'll explain the best way I can. If I make any mistakes, I apologize here. There was a war between androids and machines that breaks out that takes place with the humans and aliens. The humans have died long before the androids and machines, and so on and so on. Machines killed the aliens and are fighting the androids to kill, and it makes an endless war between androids and machines. The company Yorha takes whatever means necessary to prevent secrets and other hidden stuff from being heard from around the world. You play as 3 different androids: 2B, who is my favorite character in the game, along with 9S, who is the male, and A2, which is another female android. You start the game off with 2B, you beat the game, and it starts over with 9S, and you do that again, you play as the character A2, and so on and so on. There are lots of plot twists and storytelling elements here, so many that if I were to keep explaining the story, we will be here all day when we get finished with the review. But I really like the story, although I wish at times it was longer, but at times with this and stuff with going on in the story, I really cannot fault it that much, although I will admit some parts make no sense and characters some just appear out of nowhere. All of a sudden we're supposed to care with them when you don't, it does not work the best. For the PlayStation edition of NieR Automata, the graphics hold up really well this day for the most part. Character models and environments are realistic looking, and for a PlayStation 4 game, it holds up really well, still better than most games on the current console. 2B looks the best and animates excellently well, and she is a well-known character by people to this day who play the game and play video games this day and still enjoy playing as her. The environments are in decay and look abandoned and sad looking, but the details of them is what makes them look explorable, like you're exploring Earth at its end here with buildings destroyed, no one around. It is abandoned for the most part, where the Anders take refuge at a camp, where they shop and just survive and do whatever they can to stop the threat and stop the war. The cutscenes are pre-rendered, and I like them. They do not need to be pre-rendered, but I like them the way they are. Although there are not really a lot of cutscenes, I wish there were more. They're just mainly in-game text with voices and stuff and such, where you can move around slightly, which is fine, I guess, but I wish there were more. There are no load times for the most part. There are a few, but not that many, and they are short. The frame rate is very smooth. There are like very few slowdowns, but this game is big, and like any big game, it'll have frame rate issues, but just not as many. The special moves that come from the characters are also amazing too, and enemies big in variety. A lot of them are cool, but some of them seem a little out of place, but most of them are really cool. I'm sorry buddy, but you gotta see how this game looks in HD. On flat screen TV it looks amazing. Although one complaint is sometimes there are parts that look like they have fog all around them, which is annoying, but what can you do? I'll still play the game. Sound is amazing, except for one part I did not like, which I'll get to in a minute. The voice setting is dual audio in Japanese and English. Japanese audio is amazing, fits the characters like a glove. Also, the lip syncing syncs up perfectly with that audio. But the English audio is awful, and yes, a lot of big name anime actors are here, but the acting in the English sounds forced and too scripted, and lip syncing does not match up to the audio at all, and it looks bad. The music is top notch, especially the songs with the fictional language with lyrics, and I love them. It's amazing. The sound I have to say is atmospheric, especially the in-game sounds and the levels. The gameplay of NieR Automata is fun and enjoyable, but there are some minor problems with it though. What we have here is an action combat role-playing RPG where you kill the enemies with the weapons you have and get new weapons and level up your character, killing a certain amount of enemies and getting stronger. There are a lot of elements of gameplay that will keep you entertained for a while. You also shoot up enemies in the sky too, kind of like a 3D shoot 'em up, which is really cool and have some cool ass moves that you can do when you're in your ship and everything. You can also explore these huge ass areas too, looking for items and money to get more stuff. You'll be doing a lot of main quests and a lot of side quests here, and the side quests are actually pretty enjoyable. Some of them may be a little mundane, you can often repeat themselves and stuff, but they can be a lot of fun and do make the gameplay very replayable and long and fun. There are a multitude of endings, and I always try to get the best endings no matter what. After you beat the game at 2B, the game restarts and you play as 9S, and then A2, and the end. It can be a little disjointing though, having to go back to gameplay and another character all over again right as soon as you beat the game, but it does reveal certain events that you did not see in your last playthrough. But playing as 9S and A2 are not as fun as playing 2B, but that's just me though. Also, the combat can be a little too simplistic at times, and if you're good at these type of games, you will just blast through with no problem, won't die much. But overall, great game here, and we'll go over that and something new here, the TTBurger pros and cons here, which will be added on this chart here. For the pros here, we have excellent story, even if it's hard to understand. Excellent graphics and sound, the Japanese voice acting is fantastic, memorable characters such as 2B, and top-notch gameplay with lots of replay value to it. For the cons here, TTBurger cons on our chart here, the English voice acting is awful and lip syncing doesn't match up to the English. Having to restart the game with a new character after you beat the game with one character is a little disjointing. There aren't that many cutscenes, I wish there were more. 9S and A2 are not that good for characters, and the combat, while it can be enjoyable, can be a little too simplistic at times. Overall, a fantastic game with some minor problems here, which is why the rating we'll be giving it on the scale here is a 9 out of 10. The best score I can give it, it's a fantastic game that should definitely not be overlooked. And that's it for episode 26, part 1 of 2 of my NieR series review. Stay tuned for the part we're going to take a look at NieR Replicant, which is basically a remake of the original NieR, and it's the first time we're able to get the original NieR where we play as the boy instead of the father. The brother instead of the father, I mean. And how does it fare out? Find out in the next part. That's all I gotta say. It's Tony, peace out, have a great day. See you all in my review of NieR Replicant for the PlayStation 4. Take care, everybody. Start shit. I ain't even from this world, just call me Martian.